Namaste. Welcome to all English shorthand students. Now I want to give you today English shorthand dictation at the rate 80 words per minute. Also, I am giving you best wishes on the occasion of Republic Day of India. So today these two dictations I want to give you from the book of Sir Isaac Pitman, 700 Common Words. Pitman Shorthand English, 700 Common Words. It's a book. We are taking now dictation exercise number 13, 1-3 and exercise number 32 for 4 minutes. So let us be ready. And now start. Time plays an important part in every action of every person throughout the day. Yet, time is something about which we know very little and about which we understand even less. If in our desire to understand a little better the real meaning of time, we read a modern book on the subject. It is probably the experience of many of us that we understand it even less at the end of our reading than at the beginning, that we know indeed very little about the world in which we live. We read, for example, that everything that has been still is, that everything which is to come in the future already exists. We read that the events which make up life are like the stations along the railway line. A train is running along that line towards one of these stations. It reaches the station. It perhaps waits there for a little while, and then it passes on, leaving the station behind it. But the station existed before the train reached it, and it continues to exist after the train has left it. In the same way, it is said the things which happen in life are there all the time, waiting for us to reach them. We reach them and experience them and pass on, leaving them behind us. According to the writers of these modern books, these events existed before we knew of them and will continue to exist when we ourselves are no more. They will exist, in fact, for as long as anything as we understand it exists. We read these statements and think carefully about them, and at first it seems that the statements cannot be true, that we cannot seriously be expected to believe them. Then perhaps we remember some of the things we were told as children and which we have always believed to be true. As children, we learn that stop and over. First dictation, we have taken the actual time of 4 minutes by 80 word per minute speed. Now next exercise number 32, be ready for same dictation for 4 minutes by 80 word per minute English shorthand. So be ready now. Start. Oh, for the good old days, how often have we heard those words? How often have we been told of those good old days and of how happy they were? In those days, the weather during all the months of the summer was perfect. In the winter, it was just what winter weather should be. Life was more peaceful. Events did not follow one another quite so quickly. Friends were more true and more understanding. There was more respect for family life. Men were happy in their work, and life was a very good thing. Those past days, we are told, were very different from the present days of restlessness and doubt, of the wrong weather in both summer and winter. Perhaps we ask, when were those happy times when all men were brothers and life was so easy and free? Some will answer that they were the years before World War First. Others will place them round about 1900, while others will place them in the 90s para. In our reading also, we come upon stories of the golden days of the past, but we find here that at all times during the past 2000 years, men have been pointing back to the happy days of old, attempting to paint for us a picture of those happy days and to show us how much better those days were than the times in which they were then living para. What is the reason for this looking back into the past to find happiness? Perhaps it is that at almost any time there are many people who are leading happy lives but who do not talk or write about it. But there are also many others who were happy in their young days but who have not changed with the ever changing conditions of the life going on about them. For these people, the world used to be a better place. Stop and over. It also taken 4 minutes time. Both the dictations are okay now for 80 words per minute practice. So you should take care to take a dictation with a proper speed and try most at your level for every examination. Okay, bye. Thank you.